Welcome to this week's episode of Go Vertical Unfiltered. Today I want to talk about a topic that I talk about a lot. Probably not here, but in general. One of the movements that brought me into a new dimension of human body performance is the deep squat. And I'm not talking about any squat variation with weights or anything. I'm talking about the deep squat as a resting position. And it is something that is so lost in Western culture because we are a sitting culture. And on top of that, a culture that is not moving enough. Most people here in Germany where I live, and it applies to everyone in most of Western Europe, in the USA and Australia, and a lot of countries that are considered first world countries, we tend to not move enough, and if we move not very, there's not much variation. We are moving very specific if we do, like go jogging, go play some sport, whatever. And this is one part of the problem, and the other thing is just that we're sitting so much and so many people are not moving at all. And we are used to rest in the deep squat, squatting down, knees turned slightly outside, and just sitting there and squatting and resting. A lot of people in Asia eat this way. They go to the toilet that way. They just sit down and talk that way, and it's just normal for them. And it comes with so many health benefits for them. And I encourage everyone, if he or she wants to start moving, start exercising, start to get better at whatever they do, just to practice the deep squat, to sit down and to practice that. And it's hard for some of them. I know children, all of them can do that. I have never seen a kid that is younger than 8 that is not able to do the deep squat. But then at some age it gets lost for various reasons. Shoes can be a reason because it messes up our ankles and our base. Not moving enough, moving too specific, sitting too much. It could be anything. But the deep squat itself, oh man, is so valuable to us. And if you can't do it, just sit down and hold on to something, or probably get a little bit of height under your heels. Probably a few books, or hopefully one book is enough to get a few centimeters under your heels. Makes it a lot easier. And then probably try to sit a few minutes every day, probably 10, probably 20, probably 30. Ido Portal, who introduced me 5 years ago to this, says that you should do 30 days of 30 minutes squatting whenever you have time. I mean, you could do it waiting on traffic light when you're walking. You could do it in a subway. You could do it anywhere, to be honest. If it's weird to you, do it at home. But the benefit of it is so amazing. Your body gets compressed. You work on hip mobility, ankle mobility. It's a stretch for a lot of parts of your body and your legs. It also stretches out your lower back a little bit. It compresses the back. It is just a natural thing to do that. And everything that is designed by nature in terms of athletic movement, in terms of health, is most of the time good for us as humans, as movers, as athletes. And my take on it, if like the Ido Portal challenge is too hard for you, just try to do it 1 minute today when you're listening to this, and try to go up a minute every day for 30 days, so you have the full 30, or go up until you have 10 in 10 days and then stick to those 10 for a month. You will get something out of it. I think it depends highly on whether you are a pro with this or if it's still new to you, if you really need to probably even hold on to something. It's fine. I mean, these are small steps towards your goal, towards incorporating and learning the deep squat, but it will give you results on the long run. And the idea behind it, to do that so many minutes a day, is just to incorporate it into your life. When you rest, when you wait for something, when you read your emails, combine it to some routine you already have. And then just when you brush your teeth, for example, squat down and do it. Whenever you do that, for example, or when you read your emails is another idea. Or you can put it together to whatever. And just gonna get in here real quick. Yeah, it's just so normal, and so one of the go-to movements that I think is one of the first you should learn, because it combines so many things. Like, there are not many movements, starter movements, beginner movements, where you can combine a lot of different parts of your body in terms of mobility, in terms of stretching, in terms of just learning something. It's huge. And I think that is the main reason why deep squat is number one, always. So look it up. Look up Ido. He's a great guy. He is talking a lot about this. Look for the 30-minute squat routine. No, it's not squat routine. The 30-minute squat challenge, deep squat challenge is the name. Or just stick with what I was saying, but definitely do it. It will change your perspective, and it will change your life and your athletic abilities. Trust me, this is a big thing. Thanks for listening.